Good morning, guys. Today I am back with a new video related to the stock market. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Okay, the first topic which I want to discuss today is about the number one share in NSE. NSE stands for National Stock Exchange. Number one share. It's none other than Reliance, right? Today, we have seen a massive 6% rise in the share of Reliance. Look at its chart pattern in the previous, 6 months. Now, no movement in 6 months. No movement from January 1st also. Almost 43% return in 1 year. Actually, this 43% was given from the period of May to July itself. After July, there is no movement in the stock. And coming to 5 year return, 5 year there's completely changed, 340% return. There has been a good jump in the stock post this merger, Facebook or post this FDI inflows to Reliance Jio, mainly by this Qualcomm, Facebook, Google, and Silver Lake, etc., and the other capital funds. After this, the stock has given a good return, but because of the two factors. One is the Saudi Aramco deal. The second is Reliance Future Retail. Futures Retail is none other than Big Bazaar. So Reliance, Future Retail, and Amazon case. Because of these two reasons, this stock was sleeping till now, and the main reason why the stock has given a positive return today is because of the Jeffries. Let me take a pens. Because of this Jeffries 59% upside. I think they have some inside information about the Saudi Aramco deal, or else about the Future Retail, Amazon or Reliance deal. So they have given this analyst, they have given a rise of 50% in the share price. And let us see what happens. And because of this, the same Jeffries had commented the stock price will come to 3 digits, but the Reliance share price will come to 3 digits, but it didn't come. So every time we cannot rely on the analyst, okay? So we have to do our research. The next tomorrow, if ABCD guy, he comes and says that there'll be a good jump in the stock, and if you and buy the stock, we must not believe. But the retail investors will be like, yes, thank you for your tip. They'll buy it, and after some time, what will happen? That guy will get an exit or take an exit from the stock market, and these retail investors will suffer, get bad returns. But these things doesn't happen in large cap stock. That too with the market leader like Reliance. It doesn't happen. But always I say, don't rely on the analyst. Do your research, or if you don't know the research, then I would suggest you to invest in a mutual fund. It will be better, because those mutual fund people have done years of study on this particular stocks, on some stocks, and they have put their effort, and they know what resembles the current scenario, and they can provide you a good return. Sorry guys, I had got a call, so let me continue with this video. And yeah, I was explaining about you must not rely on the analyst report or any other thing. You must rely on your own research. Otherwise, if you are so sure that you will not be able to carry out further operations on your own, then you can invest in the mutual funds. Yeah, that is what I wanted to say. And also another thing which I wanted to say is Paytm. We all know Paytm, right? Paytm is under a tough competition between the Phone Pay, Google Pay. There's a tough competition between the Phone Pay, Google Pay, and Paytm. And now there are plans that Paytm is going for an IPO. It is going for a public. It's going public. So, and the value of this IPO is assumed to be $3 billion. So if this IPO is successful, then it will be the biggest IPO in the Indian market. Did you get my point? Biggest IPO in the Indian market. So, and the total company's valuation is assumed to be $20 billion. Have you ever assumed that this Paytm and Paytm Payments Bank and Paytm Mall these three companies now has a valuation of about $20 billion, and it is backed by the global investors like Tiger Global, Alibaba, etc. And Alibaba is a Chinese company. That thing don't like about it, because it is backed by a Chinese company, and if the Chinese company owns a minor stake in Paytm, it's totally fine. But it holds 40% of the stake in the company, almost similar to what Vijay Shekhar Sharma holds. So, if they are planning for an IPO, they must look for a chance to take an exit. This Alibaba must exit the market. Then the market will reward this company even more as an Atmanirbhar product. These are the things which I wanted to say. So let's continue with the other things, mainly about the geopolitics. Recently, this Israel, there was a voting in United Nations Human Rights Council whether Israel must be made liable for the innocent people who are killed in Hamas. Should there be any sanctions on Israel, or should there be any, fine imposed on Israel? But now it has been noticed that most of the nations have, put a vote to pass a resolution against Israel. So let us see what happens in the future. And majorly the Muslim nations, and even China, surprisingly. Till now, China was giving an option of abstain, or it was not at all voting. But now, in order to have a better image with these Muslim nations, now it is voting against Israel. So let us see what happens in the future. And slowly, I think US is losing the geopolitical race and China is winning it. Let us see what happens, if US will be able to recapture it. Whether the Trump saying "Let's make America great again" will be successful or not, let us see it. So this was all I wanted to say. Thereby I take a leave. Thank you guys. Jai Hind.